Hey, Scott from Aristocob.com here.
And Seth from ShrinkingPastor.com.
You know what? This is Scott from Aristocob.com.
Never heard of that. What is that?
It's another channel that we'll talk about sometime that occasionally I post stuff that's food related.
No, that
So,
would make sense.
Yeah. Together, the three of us, we are Markwood Men's Breakfast Club on this channel. Thanks for joining us. And before we light up, we're going to build a couple pipes.
What?
You know, it's April, so that means we are right in the middle of the Cobfoolery contest.
Okay. What is Cobfoolery contest?
Well, the month of April, it's an opportunity for folks to modify Missouri Meerschaum corncob pipes and to enter them into a contest. So they can get all that information over at the Aristocob channel or go simply to Cobfoolery.com. That's a blog where I've kept information, pictures, and things like that from the last several years of contests. So I had somebody who tossed me an email the other day and said, hey, I've looked all over your site and I don't see a Cobsby pipe. Where would I find a Cobsby pipe? Like, what the heck is a Cobsby
It's in the
pipe?
Jello aisle.
And he said it's a corncob pipe that was modeled after the pipe that was smoked by
Bill Cosby.
Bing Crosby.
Bill Cobsby.
And it's like, I don't know what the heck you're talking about. So a few minutes of Googling later, I found that a couple years ago, it was actually a little bit of a thing. A couple guys on YouTube had done this, and I missed it somehow. So simply, they take either a Pony Express, or this one, which is a naked Pony Express that we call the Lady Godiva. Missouri Meerschaum calls it the Eaton pipe. And they exchange this bit. Name a hand.
Left hand.
You're going naked, boy.
Okay.
Removing the bit from that, and this is the one called the Royal bit. Yes, they're called stems by everybody else. And installing this, what they call the slim bit. This is the same bit that you find on the MacArthur pipe, which I think is crazy because it's really, really small. It's got a teeny tenon, and it's on the largest Missouri Meerschaum pipe. Rotate it. There you go. That's more better. And so basically what this is to do is to kind of mimic the Canadian. The Canadian is the style pipe that Bing Crosby smoked. Now what's interesting about the pipe that he smoked is actually it's all made out of briar up to a very small mouthpiece. Right?
Okay.
So this doesn't really mimic that, but this pipe has a pretty long wooden shank on it, or stem, as Missouri Meerschaum calls this. And then with that long bit on there, it makes it nice and long. So we're going to smoke some Lane RLP6, Ripple 6, in honor of the launch of the Cobfoolery contest. So we just modified a corncob.
That was easy.
It was easy. Somebody should enter that in the contest.
I'll do it.
So yours would be a naked Cosby.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cobsby. I don't know, man.
Yup.
No.
It's alright, you'll forget by morning.
I know. Yeah, the other thing that we're doing this year for the first time is we are selling genuine Missouri Meerschaum seed corn as part of a contest that begins this year and actually goes into next year. We'll have a category of pipes entered in next year's Cobfoolery contest, which will be pipes made from corn that individuals grow themselves. So to be in that category of the contest next year, you have to have purchased the seeds this year and grown them.
Whoa.
And we'll have some ongoing contests throughout the growing and harvesting and drying season just to keep the ball moving and to keep it interesting. So, you know, you should get in on that. To my knowledge and to Missouri Meerschaum's knowledge, it's the first time ever that their seed corn has been sold.
Really?
So, yeah. So it's kind of
That's crazy.
a special deal. Phil and I got together last week and we recorded a video that's over on the Aristocob channel. It's about a 45-minute long video, and he walks us through everything that you need to know about the soil, about how deep the plant, just all kinds of really cool information about how they come about getting their hybrid that they use, the hybriding process that they go through. It's kind of fascinating.
Now, how big of a plot of land will you need for that, or
Small.
box?
Small. 3x3 or 4x4 is ideal. Each plant needs a foot.
Okay.
And what we say is we say that you're going to get 9 seeds, and out of those 9, we would expect that you would get 2 good size ears that you could make into a pipe.
Wow.
So the kit comes with seeds and comes with the wooden shank, and in fact it's this exact shank and stem. You get 2 of those, one black, one amber.
Right.
And you should at the end of this be able to make 2 pipes. He was concerned, and I was concerned about the germination of those seeds. Will they grow for everybody? Will they? I mean, forget even the ear of corn. Will the stalk even grow? So to ensure that you get 9, we're giving you 20 seeds.
Okay.
It's kind of a weird
Math. Yeah.
It's new math,
Yeah.
but that's the goal. is we
Carry the
don't-
1 and you've got 20.
We don't want anybody to be disappointed, right?
Right.
And so you're going to get some extra seeds. And I asked Phil, so would you plant 9 and then wait to see what comes up? He's like, if somebody gave me 20 seeds, I'm planting 20 seeds.
Yeah.
So then maybe you need a bigger plot. Maybe you need to go 5 by 5.
Right.
Number of people have asked, could you grow in containers? You know, I just have a patio. Apparently, like a tree, they send down very, very deep roots.
Really?
So if you're going to grow it in a container, you then have to have holes in the container that will allow the roots to continue on down into your ground. So it's possible, if you don't want to till your yard up, that you could grow in containers, but the roots have got to go somewhere.
Right.
So
You're going to have at least the soft soil under the container.
yeah, you'd
Like
have
in
to,
your yard.
I'd have to cut
Right.
out some sod.
Yeah.
Rip the sod out. You know, shovel around a little bit at least. I'm not tilling my yard.
Right.
So, I don't know. We're going to have to see how we do this at my place, but I'm in on this. I know. You want to grow some corn somewhere?
I don't have a place to grow corn, I don't think.
Look around. It's everywhere.
Oh, I have a places that I could steal some
Look
corn.
for where people are growing pot. That's where you can grow corn.
Is it?
I think so.
Okay.
I might have that backwards.
See, I would look where people are growing corn and think that that's where I can grow corn.
Oh, you know, maybe a corn farmer would allow you to take a little spot. But apparently what you want to do is you want to ask for like high ground. You don't want to be by the road, by the little canals and streams,
Yeah.
where the water is. Because, I didn't know any of this. That he said that corn likes moisture, but it doesn't like to have its feet wet. It doesn't want to stay wet.
So is there anything special that you have to do to the soil to make it nutrient rich and ready to receive corn? I mean, is this something that just going and getting a pot of dirt from Walmart?
I think that's probably a great start. He said that pretty much every farm extension in the United States will test your soil for free.
Really?
So you can take a handful of soil down, just Google it or look in your yellow pages, which I
Yeah.
threw ours away this week that just arrived,
I saw that.
and find the farm extension, and they'll
Is that a store or a...
No, it's actually a place
Government?
where it's a government body,
Okay.
individuals that help farmers. And they'll tell you whether your soil is correct for corn. And he said that corn loves
Nitrogen.
nitrogen. Yep, nitrogen. Which is one of the reasons why you have to rotate your crops and why you'll see apparently soybean puts nitrogen back in the ground, so they'll grow soybean and then alternate
Yep.
every couple years. So anyway.
Why do I know that? That's
don't-
a weird thing to know, but I do know that.
Yeah. Well, another thing you said was that, corn evolved from grass or was hybrid from grass.
Really?
So just the way grass likes nitrogen, so does corn.
That's
So,
interesting.
Yeah. Now there's potting soil and there's potting mix, and I forget which is which. I think potting soil is the one that you would want to grow plants in, where potting mix is the one that has vermiculite and stuff like that in it that make it very loose. You could put decorative flowers and things like that in it, but you're not going to get a corn stalk to stand upright in that
Right.
for long. It's got to have something to hold on to.
So then, when is corn is harvested twice a year, right? Or once a year? Soybeans are harvested twice a year, I think.
It just depends upon the part of the
think.
country you're in,
Right,
whether
right.
you can get more than
Yeah,
one.
my current boss, we went to lunch soon after I started the company. So this was months ago, and he just drove me around the country, around our offices, and it's a lot of farm area, and
Where you could grow
he was
some corn.
quizzing me on what's that plant? What's that kind? I had no idea, but we talked about that and talked about how I think soybean does have a fall and a has 2 harvests that it can do. Anyway.
Depends upon the where in the country. So, like if you're in Florida and California, your citrus plants will grow 2 crops every year, or can. Corn, no, but a lot of farmers will cut the corn stalks down, and then they'll plant what's called winter wheat.
Okay.
Or they'll plant what will next season become the hay that they'll harvest. So, if you didn't know this, hay is grass. It's just grass. So when you let your grass go and then you harvest it, you have harvested hay. If you take the tops off of your wheat and you're going to go and process that for flour,
Right.
what's left is what's called straw. So straw that they use in bales for bedding for animals.
Right.
That's just the bottom part of a wheat stalk.
Right, that makes sense.
The corn stalk, in this case, because this is what's called dent corn is left to dry on the stalk. You don't harvest it like sweet corn, when the kernels are nice and soft. We don't want that. We want to let it dry out, let the kernels completely dry, and then you got to get the kernels off of the cob, or else the cob won't dry properly.
Okay.
We have no chance of making pipes next year if we don't process the corn properly
Right.
at the end of the season, which is like October. Wow. So this is a
That's not a
big project,
undertaking,
yeah. But I think it's going to be fun.
That sounds like it's going to be fun.
No.
So if they're interested, they can buy the seeds now.
Well, we have 250 packages of
Okay.
them, and they're currently, as of this recording, they're available to pre-order.
Okay.
By the time this airs, I'm hoping that we'll have all that ready to go for you guys, and that we'll be able to fulfill. You can order 2 packages.
Okay.
I mean, we're not looking for someone to create their own farm here.
Right.
This is just for gentleman farmers and gentle lady farmers who want to jump in on this, and we hope that you do.
And then information, all the instructions and everything, they'll be able to find where on Cobfoolery.
Cobfoolery.com. Yep.
Cool. And if you haven't seen it yet, check out that video. I haven't had a chance to watch it, but I'm sure it's fascinating.
Well, you just asked a bunch of the questions I was asking, because I'm curious about this too.
Yeah.
I could see this going really wrong if you don't have good instruction,
Right.
and
End up wasting a lot of time and being bummed out at the end.
yeah.
So that's great.
So if you do this, please get active on Instagram if you aren't already, and share your progress as you go along. I think this could be a fun project. The name of this is Homegrown Cobfoolery. So hashtag it, Homegrown Cobfoolery. Yes, that's a long hashtag, but
Yeah.
that'll make it possible for all of us.
Just HG Cobfoolery.
Just stop it. Homegrown.
Okay. Just trying to help
You're not helping.
with the hashings to the tags. All right. Anything else?
I have a lot to talk about, but we'll just wrap it up for now.
Sounds great.
So, thanks for joining us. We'll see you again next week.
Check out Cobfoolery to get your .com to get your seeds. Later.